Welcome to the Build Your Beautiful Business podcast with your host, Julie C. Butler. If you're looking to build the business of your dreams, then this is the space you want to be in. Join Julie as she talks about ways that you can successfully scale your profitable dream business, one that will give you ultimate time freedom and the abundant lifestyle you deserve. Julie will take you by the hand, sharing with you her business savvy strategies as she chats it up with her favorite online entrepreneurs. You'll get a weekly dose of boosted confidence as you learn as they reveal their insight, tips, and tools that you need to start building a profitable dream business of your own, one that you'll love and that works for you on autopilot.
Hi there, beautiful. First of all, I just want to say welcome to the very first episode of the Build Your Beautiful Business podcast. I'm so excited that you've decided to tune into the show, and I wanted to take a few moments of your time to kind of give you my an overview of my story, who I am, how I got to where I am, and all of the good stuff. First of all, thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. And thanks for tuning in. I'm excited that you're here. And I can't wait to share so many good things with you, so many tips and tricks on how to build and grow your business. A little bit about me. I'm a wife. I'm a mother of two teenagers, 14 and 17, two boys. I have three little puppy dogs, Chewy, Oreo, and Coco, three Shih Tzus, actually, of different sizes. Coco from 7 pounds, Coco 7 pounds, and Oreo and Chewy are on the larger scale for Shih Tzus. They're between 25 and 35. 25 and 30 pounds. Not sure what happened there, and Coco is petite. She's the cutest little thing. I live in Ottawa, Canada, and I've lived here my whole life. My mission is to support female entrepreneurs to live the life by design, and I've created this business to help you achieve this with simplicity and ease. I'm a simple country girl at heart, but I've been living in the city for 20 plus years. I am a creative being who loves gardening and all things pink. If you've been in my world for a little bit, you know that there's always some shade of pink included in everything I do. If you're new to me, you will notice that there's always pink in my life. I love pink. I even have a pink purse, a pink phone case. Most of my clothes is pink, except for maybe my pants, but I just love pink. I also love roses and peonies. I have over 15 years of experience, and so I'm happy that I can help you design and build a life of your dreams so that you can spend more time with your family and have all of the abundance you desire. And I've been, that's my mission. My mission is to help support you build and grow that beautiful business of your dreams. So I guess my journey started about, I want to say a little over 17 years ago, but I didn't really know. So I wasn't born, or I didn't know growing up that I was going to be an entrepreneur. I was actually a travel agent. I was a travel agent for 10 years, and I traveled the world. During that time, I traveled the world and I loved it. And then in Canada, if you get a job with the government, you get full maternity leave top up. So I found a job at the government because I wanted the maternity leave benefits. And so, but while I was working at the government, I did not love it. And I remember telling myself one day, there is no way I can work for the rest of my life. I can work a job for the rest of my life, but I didn't know the difference. And I thought I was going to have to, for real. And that was depressing to me because I did not love what I was doing at all. But then rewind back to the days that I was traveling. Because I was a travel agent, I got these amazing deals and I traveled the world. I was able to travel to China, Australia, Italy, Amsterdam, Tunisia, all over the US, all over Canada, all over, I even I even earned a trip to Argentina, and we went down to Patagonia. Just so many incredible places. And don't worry, there's still so many places on my bucket list yet that I have to visit. But I also, what happened was that I fell in love with photography. And I remember we went to Australia, I believe in 2003, I think. And my girlfriend and I, between the two of us, had 50 rolls of film. Remember those days, if you're listening and you're like, oh my God, remember the days of going to the photo lab and bringing in our rolls of film and like having to wait 7 days or something like that before we saw our pictures, remember? It was such a great, I mean, I miss those times because it was such the element of the surprise, right? When you get your photos. Anyway, after that trip, we were like, you think we should invest in a digital camera? And so we got our first digital cameras. And I remember going to San Diego, not knowing anything about cameras, about digital cameras at the time. And I was like, I remember taking so many beautiful pictures, but the resolution of them was so small, I couldn't even print 4x6. And so I was like, oh my God, but that's okay. I learned. And then by the time we went to Italy, I knew what I was doing, and I actually had a DSLR. And that's kind of like when my love for photography began. And I was pregnant at the time when I went to Australia or Italy. And I remember I didn't think that this could be something that I could, that could become a career. I still had a job, and but I knew I knew I'm an artist, right? So I knew that photography was going to be something that I enjoyed doing. And then I had my son, he's 17 now, and I wanted to document his life. And so I kind of started taking pictures of him, and I got better, and I like joined all these forums, and I, learned, did workshops, online workshops, and kind of like I became a self-taught photographer. And then people started asking me and telling me that I should do it for others. So I was like, okay, you think so? Okay. Like, when people tell us we should do something, I'm like, really? We're that good? Okay. And so I did. I started my photography business in 2007 with just a plain old blog. And I had my price list on there and a few photos to showcase. And that's it. I started my photography business in 2007. I started taking photos for other people. And then I still had a job. I was still working. And then by then I was working for the government. And I remember being invited to be a second shooter at a wedding. And I was like, okay, yes, I would love that. And I did that. I was a second shooter at a wedding, and I fell in love. I fell in love with wedding photography. This was 2008. In 2009, I had a handful of my own weddings. And in 2010, I had 26 weddings. I booked 26 weddings for myself, and I was able to leave my government job and pursue a career in photography full time. In 2011, I had 37 weddings. I do not recommend that. If you're a photographer and you're listening to this, don't do that to yourself. And that was the year that I overdid it. And my children were 3 and 6, and they were asking for a second mommy because I was always on the computer or I was gone all weekend. And so at that point, network marketing was introduced to me, and I joined network marketing, and I was loving it. I was in my element. I'm an extrovert, and I was like all kinds of happy. But what happened is that not so long after, well, not so long, I'm going to say a few years after, I wasn't feeling passion anymore for network marketing, and I didn't feel genuine. And so I started shooting again. I started taking pictures again, and I was getting my mojo back, is what I like to say. And so I started shooting again, and I fell in love with it again. And network marketing was just not doing it for me anymore. And I was like, you know what? I did some soul searching. I really I took a look within and inside of myself. And I was like, am I supposed to be doing network marketing? And my heart said no. You know what Oprah says, right? Like, she says, if you ask your heart, it never lies. And so I did that. And it said, no, you're not supposed to be doing network marketing. So I let go. I let it go. After 6 years, I let it go. It was difficult. It was hard to say the words. And I mourned, I mourned leaving. It was like a breakup. It was like a divorce, right? Because I had given so much of myself and my life to network marketing. I thought I was going to be doing that forever. But you know what happened when I let go of what wasn't fueling me anymore? I felt grounded. I felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I was happy again. I didn't have the stress or anxiety. It was amazing. Now, at this point, because I did network marketing and it was an international business, I knew that I wanted to take my business to that next level. And I wanted to have an online international business. But I couldn't do that with photography because I served my clients, a service-based business, and it's belly to belly, right? And so I brainstormed and I came up with a stock photo membership. And so that's when Stock by Jules was born. Was that almost 4 years ago now? Wow, time flies. And so I created the stock photo membership, which is still alive and it still exists. But I knew I was meant for more. I knew that I wanted to teach. I wanted to have a course. And so I hired a coach and I said to her, I want you to help me. I want to create a course, but I'm not sure what direction to be going. And that is when BBB was born, my group program. At the time, it was called Beautiful Business in a Box, but I've since rebranded and now it's called Beautifully Branded Business. It's a group coaching program. You can get all the information for that on my website at juliecbutler.com. And that leads me to today. I am so happy to be able to teach all the things that have brought me to who I am today, but also the things that I've done, the things that I've learned, and how to create and put together a beautiful business that runs for me on autopilot. Now, it's not 100% on autopilot. I am still doing work because I'm currently creation mode, right? I love creating templates. And so I'm creating Thrivecart templates and I love creating Elementor templates. And I love my program. And well, this is new podcast, right? And I want to be able to share with you at that other level, because here's the thing. I wasn't comfortable sharing. First of all, I had a Facebook group a couple of years ago, but I didn't want a Facebook group. And then I was like, I like social media, but that's not where I want to like hang out and, dance around and do reels and all that stuff. How can I serve my people at a level that feels comfortable for me and that I can like be behind? And my word for this year is alignment. And so starting a podcast felt in alignment. And so here I am. And to be truthful, I thought about 3 years ago, I knew I wanted to have a podcast someday. And about a year ago, maybe even more, I started talking about having a podcast. But what kept me from doing the podcast or putting together the podcast was all of the back end stuff. And so finally, I'm like, you know what? I hired a VA. I hired someone to help me do some of the back end stuff so I don't have to do it because I'm not interested. And that's what's been holding me back from sharing a podcast and sharing all these things with you. And I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. So I hired a VA. He's going to help me do all the things and put these podcast episodes together for you so that I can just show up, record, and share with you. And so here I am. Here we have it, the Build Your Beautiful Business podcast. I am so happy that I finally got my shit together so that I I'm recording episodes. I already have so many amazing guest experts booked in for interviews. I hope that this podcast is going to be super helpful to you. The guest speakers that I have lined up are incredible. And I can't wait to just share them with you, share all the things with you. I'm just very excited. I'm like talking now, and I'm like trying to think if there's anything that I may have forgotten to mention. If there is, I'm sure that I will, say it in other episodes. But also, I wanted to share with you that I am just the girl next door. I'm just like the girl next door. I'm ordinary. Actually, we're all extraordinary, but I'm like, just like you. I love to Netflix and chill. I'm a huge Netflix binger. I love having my Spotify on when I work. I love anything country. My favorite color is pink, but we already talked about that. My favorite food, I love Mexican, but I also love Indian, and I love many different kinds of foods. I love food. I'm a coffee drinker. I tried to do tea. I just can't do it. My favorite self-care routine is a daily bath. I can't go a day without my bath unless I'm washing my hair. Then I have to have a shower. But I love having a bath. My dream vacation is an African safari. That's the first at the top on the bucket list. And I'm an Apple girl. I say that, but I have a PC. My desktop is a PC for now, but I have an iPhone, and I have a MacBook Pro, and I'm an iPhone girl. And so I think I'm going to leave you with this. I think that I pretty much covered my story, and I'm just really grateful that you're here. I'm excited to share all the things with you. I cannot wait to introduce to you all the amazing speakers that I've got lined up and that are going to, continue coming in. Oh yeah, I wanted to share with you. So this is what and how I want to do it. So I want to have, there's a special treat coming to you next week. On the first week of every month is going to be a coffee chat with a dear friend, a biz bestie of mine. So stay tuned for that. It's very exciting and so much fun. So I can't wait to share that with you. And then I'm going to have 2 guest expert episodes for you a month, and a solo episode. At least that's the plan. But I really like doing guest expert interviews. So who knows? Maybe I'll sprinkle the solo episodes here and there and everywhere. And so that's the plan. And so I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I know it's kind of like not so much, teaching you, as more telling you about myself, my story. But hey, come and find me on social media, on Instagram or Facebook. Send me a message and let me know if you resonated with any of this, if you have some similarities in your journey, or if we're the same in terms of like Netflix and chill and coffee and country music and African safari. I'd love to know. So come find me and send me a message. Let me know if you've listened to this episode. I'm really, really, really excited about this, about my show. And I can't wait to hear from you. And I can't wait to share more with you. So, but for now, I leave you where you can find me. You can find me at juliecbutler.com. And I also have an amazing resource library for you. I have a freebie vault for you. It's to help you if you want to create a beautiful, profitable business. You can unlock your access to 6 must-have resources for female entrepreneurs to help you build and grow your business with simplicity and ease. You can grab this for free. I will have the link in the show notes, but if you're like, I want it now, Julie, you can get it at juliecbutler.com/freebie-vaults. And you can grab those free resources today. So yeah, and you can find me on Instagram and you can find me on Facebook. My Instagram handle is Julie C. Butler XO. And I'd love for you to come say hi. So I leave you with this, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Build Your Beautiful Business podcast. If you did, please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review the show on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Julie's included a link in the shows to make it nice and easy for you. And if you want to create a beautiful, profitable business of your own, make sure to go unlock your access to Julie's 6 must-have resources for female entrepreneurs. These resources will help you build and grow your business with simplicity and ease. You can find them at juliecbutler.com/freebie vault. We'll see you in the next episode.